What's going on everybody, mine's Chuckleman and welcome back to another Call of Duty Zombies video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be quickly going through some of the questions I've seen being asked repeatedly on the Zombies subreddit and on Twitter and other YouTube videos about D Machine and Cold War Zombies in general. A lot of people are struggling to understand certain things about this year's mode, so I thought it'd be a good idea to clear some things up for some people. So without further ado, let's get on to the first question. Why does Zombies look a lot like multiplayer? This is one I see getting asked a lot, and there are a couple of different answers to this question, both from behind the scenes perspective and from the way Zombies is going to work this year. So I'll start by talking about the development of Cold War itself. As I'm sure many of you know, this year's Call of Duty was supposed to be released by Sledgehammer Games. It was their turn to make the game, but for whatever reason they had to step back and let Treyarch take the lead in this game, a year before it was their turn in the cycle to do so. This means that the plans Treyarch had for the game were probably altered quite heavily, and the development had to be adjusted slightly in order to make sure the game was released on time. This, mixed in with the pandemic throwing a cog in the works of the development, meant that it was easier to combine a lot of the assets from multiplayer with that of Zombies. This is why the HUD is similar with the minimap and the compass, along with the operators being in the mode instead of an actual crew this year. This is of course just a theory, but I feel like it makes quite a lot of sense. That being said, some YouTubers such as Noah J have stated that it was also done so it's easier for Treyarch to implement different mechanics into Zombies, and give the community as much content as possible this year. I also feel it's worth noting that the multiplayer features are actually quite good in my opinion. The minimap is useful for those still learning the map, and seeing the location of the Megaton and the Black Ether portals is really helpful when doing the Easter egg. How do perk prices work? So the prices of perks and such have actually been altered a bit this year, and I've seen quite a lot of people being confused about it. It's pretty straightforward, but I thought it was worth answering regardless. Basically, every time you buy a perk, every other perk costs an extra 500 points. This means that you should prioritise which perks you want first, probably Jug and Stamina up, so you don't have to use as many points in order to get them. It's that simple. Can you downgrade your perks and field upgrades? I've seen this question a few times in the subreddit, most likely due to the glitch with Ether Shroud at the moment, where if you upgrade it fully it adds a teleport ability, and you'll teleport out of the map and die about half the time you use it. As of right now, there's no way to downgrade anything you use ethereum crystals on. However, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this is something Treyarch aims to add down the road, because it would really be useful if you decide you want an old version of a field upgrade or perk back. Why am I no longer unlocking ethereum crystals? So there's currently a bug in some matches where you won't unlock the crystals, and one where if your game crashes, your crystals won't save. There's not really much that can be done about that at the moment, but it is one reason, and Treyarch will hopefully implement a fix to that very soon. However, you also no longer earn crystals once you've fully upgraded everything that can be upgraded using them. This is worth keeping in mind if you haven't fully upgraded your perks and such, in case you want to grind for crystals before new content drops in the near future. Will there be new perks added, and will the perk limit change? It is safe to say that more perks will be added in future maps. Whether these are brand new perks or returning perks is difficult to say, but either way our current number of perks will definitely increase. The perk limit per match is an interesting one. I don't think it'll go down, but there's always the chance that it will increase, so you can have all the perks at once. It just comes down to whatever Treyarch feels works best or when the new perks release. Why does the round count reset when I reached round 255? This is quite an interesting question, because I've seen so many different answers to it. A lot of people have said that it's to do with the integers encoding and all sorts of other explanations that mess with my little brain quite a lot, but the thing that's important is what I saw a few other people saying. Although the round counter resets, apparently the round doesn't actually go back down to 0. It's just the game's way of saying 255 plus 1. So if you see your round go back down to 0 whilst you're playing high round matches, don't get too comfortable, because it's going to be just as difficult as it would have been. Who is the announcer in D Machine? The short answer is, as far as I'm aware, we don't really know. I've seen a lot of speculation that the announcer is Nikolai, and I can hear the resemblance, but I really don't think that's who it is. That part of the ether was closed off, and as far as I'm aware, the only people from that universe that survived were Sam and Eddie. I could be wrong and it could be Nikolai, but that would just open up a whole series of other questions really. We kinda just have to wait until Treyarch release more of the story through intel and new maps, and even when they update D Machine with new intel because they said they're going to be updating maps throughout the season, I think we'll find out then. Why can't I get the ray gun? Because Treyarch don't want you to be happy, that's why. Now seriously, the ray gun is just incredibly rare. I've only managed to get it once in all my time playing, and it was amazing for me. Genuinely, it felt so powerful. There have been theories that doing the coffin Easter egg at high rounds can give you a higher chance to get it, though they are just theories at the moment. I saw a video the other day of someone getting the ray gun and then getting the DIE shockwave immediately after from the box, and frankly that person just needs to buy a lottery ticket with that kind of luck. But that's going to be all the questions I have lined up for today. If you have any other questions about Cold War Zombies, then please feel free to leave a comment. I'll be more than happy to try and answer them. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, then please feel free to leave a like, and consider subscribing to see more zombies videos. I have a lot of exciting stuff lined up, so stick around for that. But for now, however, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.